How do I do it all? The Brezza gives me the power.
MI-CSK or CSK-MI is the IPL's epic rivalry, and that's the opening game for both teams in IPL 2025. Let's talk about the rivalry with people who've actually donned both jerseys. Ambati Rayudu is here, Piyush Chawla is here. Let me just start by asking, is the rivalry real from a player's point of view? Is it still alive, or was it alive when you played, Rayudu?
Yeah, it was. It's one of a kind because both teams take a lot of confidence away from that game. So I think there is rivalry, and even the dressing room feels it. I'm sure MI feels it a lot more than CSK, but CSK is a little quiet, but they do feel it.
Why does MI feel it more, if that is true?
Well, when it comes to that CSK game, two of the most successful franchise in this particular league in IPL. So when you play against each other, it's one of the best team in the tournament, and it's no matter how their season start, but when you play against each other, so you want to beat that team so that you get, as Rayudu mentioned, a lot of confidence from that game.
Yeah. Was it that MI-CSK match ke pehle, like there was a different kind of mood? The night sleep before that was different, or the messaging from either the management or the coaches or captain was different?
Yeah, बस energy की difference दिखती थी. I mean, you could feel that in the dressing room. You could feel a little bit of anxiety, little bit of tension there, even when the coaches speak to you, or when you look at people, they're all in their zone, trying to do things. And also, थोड़ा बहुत वास्तु के भी काम होते थे when we
really?
used to travel to Chepauk. They used to cover the dressing room. The dressing room used to have a lot of mirrors.
Yes.
So MI used to cover them with their flags and everything, so that I don't know.
Yeah, I mean there is I'm sure, I don't know much about Vastu and Feng Shui, but mirrors are supposed to only be in one particular for good fortune.
But a few things like that also used to happen. That rivalry though, it's real.
But it was only for the MI game, or generally that was the CSK way to be particular about?
No, it is the MI way.
The MI way?
Yeah,
MI used to do it, not
in
CSK.
Chepauk, yeah.
In Chepauk.
Yeah, because Chepauk, as he mentioned, there are a lot of mirrors inside the dressing room. Like with every chair, there is one mirror. So it's better to cover that and something like that. So I feel it's always the good. Like you don't want to see too many mirrors. Also, you just want to look at each other and play cricket.
Team talk, was it any different when it was the CSK game, other than say a usual IPL game?
Well, to be very honest, no, because we just take it as another game, because when you're playing against CSK or any other team, you just want to make sure what are your strengths, you want to focus on that as a team. So there's no any different chats or something like that, it's just normal regular routine meetings.
It's
pretty much the same. See, they don't want to put pressure on the players. There's already enough pressure because you can feel that everybody in the country is calling you for passes for that game. So it is important.
They still do. I know they still do. Right, let's talk about the unique experience of having played for one of these two great teams, then having to switch after to the other after a big auction. Deepak Chair and Mitch Santner have gone to MI. You two have had that experience. Rayudu, you went from MI to CSK. What was that change or that emotion like when you switched the club?
No, it was very, very weird for me. The first day was quite difficult because the practice was happening at Wankhede, and I had to go to the opposition dressing room. I mean, because I was with MI the previous year for 8 years, so it was very different walking down the other stairs, wearing other color pads when MI was practicing on the side. So it was quite difficult to handle, but Deepak and Santner will feel that now.
What about when you actually joined the squad, and you obviously grew up or played in MI in those key years, CSK is our rival and we'll beat them. What was the welcome or the reception like when you switched from MI to CSK from Chennai?
Yeah, it was quite warm and welcoming because there were a few occasions where we all played a crucial part in the finals where CSK has lost. So they were happy that few of the guys have come over, so they don't have to deal with that kind of a headache anymore. So it was quite good, and also cultures are quite different. So it took me a while to adjust to CSK.
I'll come to that culture point. Bhajipa ne ek baar humse kaha tha ki MI ke liye to he was like CSK ko harana hi hai, and he felt that natural kind of pride. Then when he went to CSK, he's like, how did I get picked by CSK? The minute he got to CSK, he's like, they won his heart. Yaar, dil jeet liya inhone. He felt that kind of warmth in the reception.
Well, if we talk about CSK also, they are very welcoming no matter like which team you're coming from, as if they've picked you up in the auction, so they welcome with you open hand, and they just want you to just come there and enjoy your cricket, and you feel like family there when you go there. And on the other hand, when you come to MI, like I was at CSK only for 1 year, but when I came to MI, and it was pretty much the same. They welcome me with the open arms, and I really enjoyed my time. I was there for almost 3 years, and I had a really good time at MI.
Culture that you said, it's different. Can you define both the cultures in your words?
No, I think MI is more meticulous, more planning, and they do things in a certain way. Everything is pre-planned, and they give you your roles, your practice sessions, your timings, and everything. CSK is more like they let things come to you, and as a cricketer they put so much trust in you. They would expect the player to think on his feet, be there, and they believe in not to restrict someone's potential by giving them a role.
Sure.
Sometimes the upper limit can be restricted in a way that you say 10 balls you need to get 20, but you never know, if you are let free you can actually score 25 or 30. So that's the CSK way. And I think that's the subtle difference, but both work.
Yeah, absolutely. That we've seen in the IPL. Piyush?
Well, with CSK, as I said, I was only there for 1 year, that too in a COVID time, so there were hardly any meetings, nothing. So we used to have meetings when we just used to leave for the game, and we'll just have a hurdle, like a normal small, not even a hurdle, just sit in that area, coffee shop kind of a thing, and just announce the playing 11 and we'll leave. And on the other hand, as he said, with MI, it's everything like a proper planning. You'll have a proper bowler meeting, then you have a batters meeting, then you have team meeting. And especially as a bowler, if I find some batter too difficult to bowl at, so I just discuss with the coach, and then we sit and we talk on those few particular points. So planning wise, MI was totally different, and they work on a lot of these planning and execution, those plans. So that really worked for MI.
Now let's just talk about fans, right? And I'm going to ask Rayudu this, whether you ever felt, when you said at the Wankhede you felt awkward, but what was that like, as if the Wankhede crowd who used to cheer you is now giving you the reception they give the CSK team, or the other way around, at Chepauk, somebody who's played for Chennai all these years, suddenly they're coming as an opposition, and how did the fan reception affect you as a player?
I mean, fan reception actually has never quite bothered me much, because never had quite a big fan following. I was never shown on TV anyway. Never shown much on TV. So I mean, it was quite weird, because wearing yellow jersey in Wankhede was different. Even on the boundary line, they were quite good to me, to be very honest. The Mumbai crowd were quite good to me. The CSK fans are MS Dhoni fans first, so, and then CSK fans later. So even the CSK players used to fill in the stadium, like while we were walking into bat, especially. But I think MI fans are truly MI fans. They love the team. They love Mumbai Indians, and CSK, it's a little different.
I mean, the CSK, I'm surprised to say that CSK fan following seems to be...
No, it's huge. They're MS Dhoni's fans first, and then CSK fans later.
Piyush?
I agree with him what he said, and I never faced that situation. Playing in Chepauk, wearing yellow, and then coming to Mumbai playing the other way around. Because as I said, 1 year, COVID year, we were in Dubai, so never had that home and away situation. And when I came here, obviously it was really nice. And I still remember long back when Sachin Paji was playing, he was also playing that time for MI. I got Sachin Paji out, and I went, after the over, I went to the boundary line for fielding, and crowd actually booed me there. And I was like, I just turned around, I said, sorry.
That is brilliant. Thank you so much, Piyush Chawla, Ambati Rayudu. They are both the two teams that set the benchmark in the IPL. They are two examples of high performance, and they kick off their campaign against each other at the Chepauk on Sunday.
How do I do it all? The Brezza gives me the power.